Hello, and welcome to the East Towne Mall in Madison, Wisconsin. This mall was built in 1970 and it was developed by Jacobs, Visconti, and Jacobs Company of Cleveland, Ohio, and had its grand opening in October of 1971. The original anchors to this mall was Sears, J.C. Penney's, H.C. Prangy Company, and Gimbels. And inside of the Prangy was a Prangy Way, which is a discount division of Prangies. This mall sits on the northeast corner of Madison, at the corner of US Route 151 and Interstates 90, 94, and 39. So, as far as the regional names go, Gimbals and Prangies, there's going to be a lot of anchor shuffling with these due to buyouts and everything. So, Gimbals went bankrupt in the mid 80s and became Boston Store in 1987. And then in 1992, Prangies became Yonkers in 1992. Now, before Bonton went bankrupt, Boston Store and Yonkers, of course, were the same company. But at the time, in 1992, Boston Store and Yonkers were separate companies. But then in 2003, at the time they were owned by Saks Incorporated. Saks Incorporated consolidated all of the southern Wisconsin stores into one banner, and most of the Yonkers stores became the Boston Store. So the Yonkers space turned into Boston Store, while the Boston Store that was in the Gimbal structure closed down and was demolished. And in 2004, a new Dick's Sporting Goods and a Gordman's opened up in the spot where Gimbals used to be. So this mall has over 100 shops, a food court with about a dozen eateries, and a Barnes & Noble store that sits next to the food court. And there also used to be a Steve & Barry's inside of the mall, but then they went bankrupt in 2008. And then Flick's Brewhouse took over that site. So as far as the ownership changes went at the mall, in 2001, CBL took over East Towne Mall, as well as the sister mall on the west side of town, the West Towne Mall, and is still currently owned by CBL. And after CBL took control of the mall, they completely remodeled the mall, with new facades and everything, new flooring, you name it, it's in there. And then in April of 2018, it was announced that the Boston store would be closing because the Bonton was going out of business, and that brought down a lot of nameplates throughout the Midwest and left a lot of holes in a lot of shopping malls, especially in Wisconsin, where they still had some Yonkers stores, they had a few Herberger stores, and then a lot of Boston stores anchored a lot of malls in Wisconsin, and it left a lot of holes in Wisconsin malls. And they ended up closing in August of 2018 that year. And then in 2020, Gordman's ended up closing. And then also in 2020, the Sears stores closed. And then also a little tidbit in Wikipedia about the J.C. Penney's. I guess J.C. Penney's put 21 stores up for sale, and this one was included. So it hasn't been on any closing lists or anything. So I don't know like what the status of this JCPenney's is gonna be. It is very similar to the one that's at West Towne Mall. Just by looking on the outside of the store, it's a twin store in the West Towne Mall. And then just very briefly, I'm not going to go into the details. In August 7th, 1977, my birthday, there was a murder in the parking lot. I'm not going to go into details about that. So I did mention a little bit about the West Towne Mall. I don't know if you saw my community post, but I'm gonna put that on hold until later on this summer because there was some footage. I was going through some raw footage of the West Towne Mall and a couple of the couple of important scenes didn't turn out good. There was some technical glitches. You can read all about it in the community post. But I will also have the West Towne Mall included later this summer, as I do need to go back and retake those scenes. So on that note, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, please, for a lot more content. There is going to be a lot more videos from southern Wisconsin, Janesville, and Madison. So stay tuned for that, and also a lot more content from other areas as well. I'm not sure where I'm going to be going next, but just be surprised. That's all I can say. All right, so God bless you guys. Please continue shopping at your local businesses. Continue shopping at your local mall. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.